Fair warning, I don't know the numbers, but I do know the rules.
Oh, that's. I don't know the numbers by heart either. I probably know half of them by heart. Sheesh.
I'm sorry, you're a little low. Okay, let me pass it to you. You
What are you
said we
talking
got
about?
a rule book. I know about the rule book. The rule book, that's where we'll find all the rules.
It's under jobs. It's under jobs.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying because I only got one phone. My other phone for me to look at the rules is dead.
You don't need another. You're going to understand. You'll be fine. Okay, so I'm a green scrub. I run out the front door. What do you do?
When they come back, I'm supposed to tell them that they're not supposed to use the front door, and then I go ahead and report them to somebody above me.
Um, how do you when? Okay, I'm on floor 2 with you. How do you?
Wait, I'm sorry. Give me one moment. Let me do something real quick. My apologies, y'all. Okay, where were we?
All right, so you're a white. Say you're a white coat. They run out the front door. What do you do?
That I don't know yet. I know they're supposed to get one reprimand, right? Three. Since I became a brown scrub.
Yo, yo.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I see. The key. I'm going to tell you right now. The white coat thing. White coat is basically you're going to need to know how to do a rank up from the top to the bottom. You're going to need to know a macro train. Need to know how to get them set up on Discord. If they don't even have Discord, you got to explain to them how to download it and get them to download it if they're willing to download it. And if they're not, then they got to be dismissed. Um, a white coat, you're gonna have to know everything from CPR, what to do in scenarios of a CPR, um, how to deal with the troll in the lobby. It's the big chunk of this whole training is based off of the Discord stuff. The rank up, the Discord paperwork, going green to white, knowing the CPR. That's the big chunk of this. That's the big chunk of this test, and just knowing what to do in a white coat. The rest of it, I'm not saying it's not important, but it's stuff that easily can be fixed. So, for
See, but
example,
when it comes to CPR, I know what to do with the CPR. It's just that when people go out the front door, we wasn't told what to do. Um, I just know we supposed to report it or body cam it and then report it. But usually, if they are already out the door, then I know it's mostly report.
so for example, if there is no white coat on, no white coat in the lobby, the next highest ranked in the lobby is a brown scrub. If you see a green scrub run out that front door, you turn on your body cam, chase after him, and all you got to say is, "Hey, have type him in the chat." If he doesn't respond, "Hey, have you been macro trained? Have you been macro trained?" If he doesn't respond after the third time, you keep following him, and then it's like, "Have you been macro trained?" I'm like, "No." That point, you can send it to rank 7, the DCP, a chief, because you chased him 3 times out the front door. He hasn't responded. That's a valid reason. You can send that body cam into one of us, and we'll take care of it from there. If there's no one higher up on there, so like when I was a brown scrub, there was. And I was trying going to be in the white kid. I saw people around the front door all the time. I chased. I got told you can chase after them as long as there's no higher rank in the lobby. So we chased that. So I chased at them and kept on sending in stuff. That's how I got familiarized with macro training because I got the macro training. That's how I got 80% of my macro trainings when I was a brown scrub. You can chase them if they're out there. If you're out there in an ambulance and you see them in the front parking lot, freaking, I would stop, turn on my body cam, and try to get their name and say, have you been macro trained? Have you been macro trained? Or put in the Fred chat, hey, there's a green scrub out front, or there's a scrub out front. Somebody's gonna run out there and deal with it. Like it's just you can don't be afraid to use that front door in scenarios. If it's necessary, you can use it. That's what people will understand. If it's absolutely necessary. That's what we mean by not going out the front door.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So for example, if you're the highest ranking member on there, as long as your body cam's on to back your approval, back you up, you could chase them out that front door, no problem. To get them back in. Because if I do catch them out front and I say, hey, have you been macro trained? Yes. Okay, do you remember when we got told you don't use that front door? Don't go outside the front parking lot. They're either going to run away from you, they're either going to say, oh, I was never told that, or they're going to be like, oh, I forgot. Like, oh, I forgot. Like, then you got to make sure they go back. Like, it's just, you follow, you make sure they go back in. Meet me inside, or meet me inside. All right, great. Let's go to floor 2, and then you tell them why we don't use the front door. I'm more about trying to coach them. I'd rather coach them than what Miss Blackheart might do. She might try to rep them. For me, I don't have the ability to rep, but I do have the ability to coach them and teach them. And I would rather teach them and coach them and give them the benefit of the doubt than just go straight at them. Like for me, I'm all about trying to help somebody improve than just give them a whole reprimand or something like. But if I keep on getting it, but I had one today. I'm not gonna say names, but I kept on putting no CPR in front parking lot, no hanging out in front parking lot. I put the macro up 3 times, and then I said, all right, he's not listening. So I just sent it in our rank 7, and I sent it straight to our chief. And there's nothing I can do from there because he doesn't want to listen. So I'll let them handle that from there. But you can always chase them if they're going out there. As long just make sure you have your body cam on, because if they say, "Well, what are you doing out here?" You can have enough approval. You have your body cam on. Like I've had people yell at me, "Why are you out here?" And I just ignore them and just do what I'm doing out there to get the green scrub or to get the scrub out of there. Right? So you can always chase them. Don't be afraid to.
Yeah, because I always said in the rank ups that I have been in, I always told them our biggest weapon is body cam because that's usually because it's going to always be our word versus anybody else's word. So long as we have that body cam, is going to back us up.
That body cam is your best friend. It saved me when I was a white scrub. It saved me when I was a green scrub, and it's that's why I always when I'm at that front door, anytime I'm at hospital, or even in here, I have my body camera. It will save you. It saved me from getting a three. It saved me from getting a server ban for something I had nothing to do with. Um, it's and I had three DCPs and a chief and me all fighting with admin. So it was like there's a lot of the body as long as you have body cam because they're gonna come to you. Why were you out the front door? They could come to you. Why were you out the front door? And like, oh, I have body cam to prove it. And then you send them the body cam. Then they're gonna be like, oh, he was chasing the scrub trying to get him in. Okay, great. That's enough evidence where we don't need to do anything. It backs you up what you were actually doing. I give them three chances to try to come back inside. They don't listen, then I just go back inside and not worry about it.
Okay.
Yes, don't be afraid. Trust me. If I see him, I chase him. But if there's no other white coat on, then chase him. Or not even not in the lobby, chase him and just body cam it. That's all you gotta do. Body cam, body cam, body cam will save your ass more than you know. Because if you send the body cam to her and she's like, or she says, "Why were you out in front?" and you're like, "Oh, I have body cams. I was chasing the scrub," and you send her that body cam, she's not gonna come after you. She's gonna go after the scrub. Because if you have enough proof and a reason to be out there, then that body cam's gonna show it.
Okay.
That's what we mean by not going out the front door. Because the less traffic we have, the less we have to deal with. Like I'll stand in that front parking lot if I see a scrub out there and just body cam and keep on throwing macros up and throwing macros up. Because using a mic out there will not help you. It's all about sending them messages, sending them messages, sending them messages. Like that's all it is. You could tell people don't have their macros by their XP. If their XP is extremely low, that's where I try to catch them because that's the best way to do it. If they go out the front door, they probably don't have macros. If they're not despawning ambulances, they probably don't have macros. If they're selling medkits and not throwing up macros, they probably don't have macros. You can check and see in the roster how low their XP is. That's what I do every day. At least 2, 3 times I'm in here. I go through that roster and see who doesn't have macros. So it's a very simple thing. The more you do it, the more you learn, the more you understand.
Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, give me a moment.
I think you're right. We should start maybe having Burgundy sit in now. I would put that in the rank 7 chat that we have. So it's all together. So everyone's on the same page. Yeah, but I would definitely put that in there because I think you're right. Don't have them do the rank ups until they're brown, but have them sit in.
Yeah, give me a moment, please. Okay, so I'm sorry. We were talking about EMS desponding the bus. Was that what you were saying? Okay. And my thing is because with the rank ups, this like what you guys are saying, people don't know that. I can guarantee you that because that's not being said. Like, okay, the only thing that's being said is we cannot use the front door. We're not supposed to go to the front door. We're not supposed to go through the back door to go to the front door. Like, so this stuff is really new to me. So I know it's gonna be new to other people.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
because we're gonna need that because some of this stuff I'm just not hearing and finding out. It's like confusing.
Like I didn't have a rank 7 to really teach me. The one who, well, I take that back. The one who really taught me about the game is Brit Brit. Um, it took. I literally went to Gildo and said, "What?" When I got to a brown script, what do I have to do to become a white coat? And he was like, "Do what others aren't." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "People hate macro trading. Do it, do it, do it." I must have done 20 to 30 macro tradings before I even was considered for a white coat. Like I was just getting. I would pull everybody out who I could find that needed a training and rank up. I was in it. Like I didn't care what it did, what it cost. Like it also used to be a 2 day rank up. I couldn't get ranked up until 2 days 2 days after my last rank up, all the way green to brown, and then it took me a month and a half to get a white coat.
Sell med kits, do med deliveries. Um, there's a few more things. Hold on, let's get outside.
Just go in the corner. Just go in the corner. Just go in the. Because it's not just them looking at it; it's admin looking at it. It's one state managers looking. It's everybody looking at it.
Okay. When do I get to see the paperwork and fill it out and how do I do that?
You should already see it on. So a little suggestion: the best way to learn this is by saying, "Hey, sitting in on rank ups, but asking the white coat, hey, can I do the paperwork and you check it?" And I guarantee you, 99% of the time they're going to say yes because they don't want to do it themselves. They're so sick of doing it. Like any white, any brown, any person that like when me and Lauren do rank ups, she always does the paperwork and I just do the rank up because why I don't I'm so sick of paperwork. I don't mind doing it, but I just don't want to do it. And then she doesn't mind doing the paperwork and she hates doing the rank up part, and it just works easy. I guarantee you they will have no problem doing the paperwork. Or hey, do you mind doing the paperwork so I can lead it? And they'll do the paperwork and just trust me. White coats are more willing to just sit there and be a co-trainer so you can learn. But but the more you get your hands dirty in it, the easier it is. You'll mess up the first couple of times, but once you get the hang of it, it's easy.
Okay, I understand. So I'm gonna play around with Discord so I could try to see and catch a feel for everything.
Yeah, because each rank up's a little bit different, and it goes more and more in depth. So it's just all repetitive basically, but it's all you know. The idea is to gain the knowledge of each rank up, so by the time you get to a brown scrub, you kind of know how everything works in the process. So it's supposed to transition easier in a white coat, but it's about people retaining the information. And that's what
Okay.
was so yeah, that's what you see. There's people that don't retain it and people that do retain it. People that don't retain it are just doing it, just sitting there, and then when they get to the white coat interview, they have no idea what they're doing. And you have the people that are retaining it that still mess up the white coat interview, but they've retained so much of it that it's an easier fix in the interview. Here's what you missed. We'll retest you in 2 days on just this part because they got the whole other part knocked down. It's so it's just that's all it is. It's just each rank retains, and then by the time you get to a brown scrub, it's basically everything that you've gone over from each rank is basically the white coat quiz.
Okay. I'm gonna want to go over everything again tomorrow though, just to make sure I remember because it's like everything is so new what we have to do, and that's the thing. I feel like as Burgundy, like Miss Blackheart said, as Burgundy, they should sit in, start having Burgundy sit in, and as Brown, start having Brown scrubs fill out paperwork and get a training every day or every other day on what they'll be doing as a white coat, because if we're not told, how are we supposed to know?
Well, that's gonna get fixed. But I mean, I don't care if you need to go do a test rank up on me. I don't care. I'll sit there and act like a dummy. I do it all the time. Johnny Rocket used me to test on me twice a week before he got to try to get ready for the white coat test. You know, so that's how bad he wanted to white coat. Yeah, can I use you as a test on me to practice? And I'm like, yeah, let's go upstairs. And 30 minutes, 20 minutes, we did it. And I said, here's what you should do, or here's how you should word this, or this and that. And I acted like a complete dummy.
Yeah, so don't be surprised if I end up using you tomorrow.
That's fine. I'll be here sitting like a complete dummy. I don't care. I mean, I'm only here to try to help everyone else. I want everyone to rank up. I don't want to. It makes my life easier. Or my job.
So are we going to have to come back to this in 2 days? Because I feel like I'll be more comfortable, like, more suited, more ready. So right now it seems like it's more things I need to know. If you guys want, you can like train me now. But as far as for me to rank up, I don't
So,
think I.
so definitely read up on everything you know. Find me tomorrow, and I'll be your test dummy, and I'll help you through it. And
See,
then
but that's the thing. The only thing I know is what you just told me about the camera, about finding a white coat, about if there's no white coat, body cam, go outside, you know.
The,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Use me as a test dummy anymore. I don't care if it's like you get only get one thing correct. It's as long as you're making progress each time. I don't care. I would rather you make small progress than try to get it all in one time shot. Like because it's all about reputation. Because I won't. I've literally sat here, and how I do it is like I'll act like a complete dummy to make to try to not know what I'm doing. Like that's the point. Like trying to put everybody in the scenario that they're actually gonna fall in because it's real scenarios. People don't know what they're doing. Like don't be afraid to ask for help because I will help. I have no issue of helping. That's what But it's if you're not retaining it or progressing is where I start to get frustrated. I don't want to just waste both of our times if you're not like actively putting it in. Like there's so many people that are not actively putting it in. So why am I gonna put time in and effort to investing in them?
Most definitely.
You know,
Okay, so I'll on Discord and I go into fraction. On Discord I go onto the fraction and then I should see where it says the forms, right?
yeah, you should see like general. Then there's the Malibu faction chat, which is everybody, which is Army PD, us, and then there's another one that says EMS faction chat, which is right under it. Then you're gonna see a bunch of stuff that says forums. It's gonna say like rank up, macro, all kinds of stuff. That's the stuff you should know. The macro trainings, they should even be a macro list on there somewhere. And then the rank up forms. The rank up forms are basically that's how it should look. And then once you're comfortable with that, I'll help you with the role setup part of it.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys. I'm about to get off in a little bit so I can go look at that. What time are we doing the pill things?
Oh, I don't even know what time that is.
Okay. Is it possible for anyone to write me on Discord when we getting ready to do it? Because that's something I really do want to do. But I need to stock up on my pills first.
Yeah. So
Okay. All right. Thank you.
the best way to stack up pills is just tell them you don't have pills too. Like you don't have to sell pills to every single person. Like I never let my stack go below 20. That's just me. So I always have 20 pills on me.
Okay. Because I want to do the pill thing. It's gonna be my first time doing the pill stuff that she's doing.
Because antibiotics, you only get 2 pills every reload.
Yeah, I think that's true. It's two or three, one of them.
It's 2 pills. One's of you 2 pills. I can, I,
Alrighty.
I can get you there to the White Cup. It's just you got to put in the work, and I can get you there. I'll teach you everything you need to know about being a White Coat. Just you got to put in the work.
I don't mind putting in the work. That's the easy part.
Yeah. So, for example, like stuff like this with CPR, this is like the perfect CPR. No, they're patrolling Compton. They're in an auto emergency location. The call got dropped. This is the stuff that you need to know for like CPR, for example. You know, patrolling harbor arrived on the scene, so on and so forth. That's the stuff you need to know for CPR. Just an FYI, so you understand. Like when we ask you, what's the scenario? What do you do from start to finish for a CPR? You dispatch, then you turn on your body cam when you dispatch. You put up a dispatch macro. You put on the emergency things. Then you're right. Then you are patrolling whatever area. Get a call. You turn on your emergency lights en route to location. Arrive on location. Assess patient or whatever your macros for assessing patient. Check, so on and so forth. Then clear scene. Blah blah blah. That's what the CPR scenario is like. Is what they're doing right now. That's just an FYI. What we're gonna ask you in that training, and I'm gonna tell you right now. That's a huge chunk of the knowing knowing what this thing is.
Okay, I
Yeah.
understand.
So that's kind of like a really good scenario that they're doing right now. So, um, the more you retain, the better. That's all I can say.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, definitely. I think maybe even going back to the medic training parts where we had people train medics. I'll tell you this: Dr. Lonely's been using my scenarios what I do with them for testing, and then all of a sudden I pop in and he's like, "Oh, can you do it?" So I don't know. I think it's kind of yeah. I don't know what's going on with Gucci. I don't know. It seems like she's falling off the cliff, or I don't know. It seems like her attitude's gotten away. But I think maybe Doctor Dubai might be a good one. I know he's not on late; he's usually on the mornings, but so I don't think that matters. But Lauren, I don't. She's good at training all around. So I think she might be an asset to it. I know. I thought it was kind of funny when Lisa wanted to apply for chief, and I was like, oh my god. Wait, what? I thought Bonnie couldn't be in the faction until after like a month or two after her term finished. Like her IRL sister. But I thought, I guess, yeah, she created another character, so I guess she could do that. Uh, who do you think? Did you apply for it?